What's up, YouTube? Well, what you're looking at here is a Springfield Armory range officer, and I by no means am I a gun reviewer, or do I profess or want to be a gun reviewer. What I am is a gunsmith and a pistol smith. This is a gun I bought with my own personal money. I do very much love the gun. And really the reason why I'm showing it is this is going to be the preface or a benchmark for the next TacticalADV project I got set up out there. Right as we turn into 2013, I'm going to go ahead and do a video series on a from scratch 1911 build, most likely with some Caspian parts, maybe something else, but that's where I'm thinking right now. And that means I'm going to bust out the jigs, I'm going to do all the fitting. No simple drop-in stuff. We're going to make the gun from scratch. And what I want to try and do is get a gun very similar to this at a very similar price point. That may or may not be possible because, man, this is a hell of a gun for the money, but we're definitely going to try it, and I hope you guys out there are interested in that and learning the skills to do this for yourself. Because God knows in the world today, you never know how long you're going to be able to zip down to the store and buy it. So more than ever, I'm more interested in showing people how to do this for themselves. But I figure while I got the gun out, we might as well go over it a little bit and understand why I'm so interested in it and so happy and want to use this particular firearm as a benchmark for a home build 1911. So thanks for swinging by, guys. Let's talk about it. So first things first, let's talk about what this gun is not. What it is not is a TRP, a loaded, a trophy match. Though it has some attributes of all of those, there's no checkering on the front strap. There's no front cocking serrations. There's no magwell funneling, with the exception of just a little bit into the frame. Doesn't have a full-length guide rod, and it's matte, almost a parkerized versus a really bright blue glossy finish in some of the TRPs, the loadeds. What it is, mind you, is an extremely accurate pistol for the money, and that's really where Springfield really put their time and their effort into, is making this gun a performer and not a safe queen, show 1911. This is a gun for shooters, of that there is no doubt. And we can go in and kind of discuss that a little bit. A couple interesting things about this gun. It does come with the Coco Bolo grips from Springfield Armory with the dual cannons. Excellent grips. They're just pretty. I don't know why I like them so much, but I do. I love them. This frame and slide are made of steel, not alloys or aluminum, anything like that. They're made in the old-fashioned. They're a little bit heavier. For a competition grade gun, that's not necessarily a bad thing for me. This wouldn't be a 1911 I would huff around all day, but you could. But that weight's there to allow for good shot follow-up. And it really does what it's proposed to do. A couple things that make this gun differ a little bit from a GI, which is really what it mostly resembles. You do have the aluminum skeletonized trigger with serrations on the front. The combat hammer, which is definitely an upgrade. The extended beaver tail, which in normal GI type 1911s you're not going to have that. You do have rear cocking serrations, and you do have adjustable sights. The adjustable sights are of note because this gun is extremely accurate out of the box. Being able to dial in your pistol is really what makes this a good buy. Another thing you'll see that's a very light detail, but something that's very interesting, is the sights themselves are serrated. That's to alleviate glare when you're target shooting. That's on the rear and the front blade. And really now we're getting into the point of what makes this gun special. And that's really on the internals. So let's get her opened up and take a look. So this is really the big key of this gun. Right here, the barrel out of the range officer is an exact replacement for what's sold in the trophy match. Stainless steel barrel bushing, everything in it is fitted to the gun. It's definitely not an assembly line drop-in procedure, and that's really what makes this gun what it is. You know, it's really put together and has fit and finish, you know, like one of the high-end customs, or at minimum one of the assembly line customs that you would get from Kimber or Springfield or anyone else. Extremely accurate, wicked accuracy out of this gun. But that's really what you're paying for in this gun. You're paying for that fit, the slide to frame fit, the barrel fit, the lockup, how everything works together and is extremely tight. The tolerances are tight, so the gun functions very well. The other things we talked about earlier, some of the less than dramatic things that you would see on more expensive guns were specifically done that way to keep costs down on this gun. One thing you'll see, there's no ambi controls on this gun. You know, that was a specific marketing move by Springfield to keep costs down on production. You know, to retool or try and make these off the line to fit every possible shooter's needs is expensive, and that ends up driving it to the end user. So that's really it for this one, guys. You know, I didn't want to redo a big 1911 thing, but I'm telling you, here in the near future, we're going to start from scratch, and we're going to go through it, and we're going to get everyone up to speed on how you build one of these guns. Still, in my opinion, the best handgun ever built. So thanks again, guys. I appreciate you joining me. Talk to you soon.